Hey, Ben Sissel here from SVRA, coming to you from the Paddock Shop at Road America, the brand new Paddock Shop that opened up this weekend during the SVRA event. And if you're wondering why my hair looks so fabulous, it's because it has been windy all weekend. In fact, I think we experienced all 4 seasons just over the weekend, over the 4 days that we were here, because yesterday it was actually sleet snowing. I don't know what they call it in Wisconsin, but there was definitely ice falling from the sky while cars were out on the racetrack. But the crazy weather did not keep us from having a great time on the track. What's cool about coming up to Road America is there's a ton of cars up here that we don't see at any of our other events. It seems like there's a lot of guys that just use this as their regional racetrack. Well, for instance, in Group 1-3, there were 4 big Healey's. It's somewhat rare to see one big Healey out there racing, but there were 4 big Healey's racing in Group 1-3, which was really cool to see. And if you've ever wondered where all the cool 90s Trans Am cars, those Ford Mustangs from the 90s that you loved, they're all living up here in Wisconsin, rooting for the Green Bay Packers, because there must have been 8 of those Ford Mustang Trans Ams from the 90s up here, and they put on a great show. Colin Comer in his Mountain Dew Ford Mustang versus Randy Rupp in his all-sport Tommy Kendall Ford Mustang had it out almost every session, and they probably never got more than 100 yards from each other on the track. The crowd's favorite of the weekend had to be Brian French in his 1997 Benetton B197. That thing was screaming fast, and you got to hear the noise that it makes. My personal favorite car of the weekend was Susan Patterson in her 1952 Devon MG Speedster TD. One of the prettiest cars I've seen in vintage racing, and it was so much fun to see her out on the track. International GT joined us for the 3rd event of the season, and it was really cool to see modern Porsches and Ferraris screaming around Road America, this huge 4-mile track. My personal hero for the weekend, a guy that you guys will all recognize. He comes to a lot of the races. You may not know this. He actually comes here and volunteers his time with SVRA. His name is Skip Clark, and he's actually a pediatrician from Pennsylvania. So my hero of the week goes out to Skip Clark. So we're leaving the wintry conditions in mid-May of Wisconsin, and the month of June is slam-packed. We've got Sonoma, Indy, and Mid-Ohio all in the month of June. Some big events coming up. Stay tuned.